is yet another election period here at Daystar University. Another opportunity for students to choose the leaders they want to lead them for the next year. This time, just as last year, the contestants have decided to go to the ballot as teams, there being Team Maringa and Team Alois. The big question, however, is does this open a loophole to those who want to get to politics but have no manifestos or knowledge about the positions they are vying for? We spoke to the Secretary of the Electoral Commission of Daystar about the criteria for picking candidates to vie for the different positions, and this is what he had to say.
My name is Chris Limo and I'm a student here at Daystar, and also I served on the Electoral Commission of Daystar in the recent student elections. We're also looking at the things that cannot be measured, the qualitative issues. We will talk about integrity, we will talk about, ask them questions about their stand on alcoholism, their stand on leadership, their stand on homosexuality, what their stand on service, their stand on their spirituality and their Christian growth. And given what they would have said, the way they answered, that's when I will deliberate as a commission and say, yeah, this guy is good to go. Is it good to release to the electorate, to the rest of the student community.
He also talked to a number of Daystar University students on what they expect from this election and from the leaders in general. And this is what they had to say.
About how the Daystar elections are organized, I think they do a good job. It's up to par, and it gives us as students a chance to exercise our rights as voters and to just vote for whomever we want to vote for. So yeah.
People want a student government that has no ties to the kind of administration that we have. So at the end of the day, looking at Team Maroon and Team Blue, Team Maroon, Team Maringa seems to have a lot of ties to the administration.
For the losing team, I expect them to work with the winning team, to not take it too hard that we didn't vote for them.
The national politics seems to have shaped what is now being done in the campus politics. People are aligning themselves into groups so that they can get to certain political offices. We talked to Victor Chuoga, the outgoing DUSA vice chair, in order to understand why they had to be in teams, and this is what he had to say.
According to the political perspective, the first one, you're looking this way. If you can get 100 votes and the team can add you 100 votes, that is a winning game, because you know it is not a matter of, in politics we don't have number two, we always have number one. So getting number one, you must work with people also for team to help you also to move. The second thing which is so important, also some people say if you are going for a short journey, go alone, but in politics a long journey. So the moment you go in groups, that is a surety of working together and getting many chances of winning the game. That is the reason why people go in groups.
This is what we had on this segment of the show. Back to you, Bernard, to continue with the show. Reporting for Reality Check, I am Ian Odhiambo.
Wakati ndio huu wa Kenya. Ni wakati wa kujisajilisha upya kupiga kura. Kumbuka, usipojisajili upya kupitia mtambo wa BVR, hautaweza kupiga kura katika uchaguzi ujao. Jiandikishe sasa na IEBC kutoka Oktoba 1 mpaka Disemba 30 mwaka huu 2012. IEBC, your vote, your future.
Thank you very much, Ian, for that impressive report. In case you're joining us, I'm your host, Bernard Nyakundi, and you're watching Reality Check. In studio today, we have Felix Maringa, one of the aspiring DUSA presidents in the just concluded Daystar University student elections. Thank you very much, Maringa, for coming. What actually inspired you to join the politics?
My journey as a leader started back in primary school. So in primary, I was a head boy when I was clearing class 8. Then I got to high school, Form 1, Form 2, prefect, Form 3 prefect, Form 4 deputy head boy, as well as the Christian Union chairperson. Coming to campus, I was also serving in the Christian Fellowship, and in the year 2015 I got the rare opportunity to handshake Mr. Obama, and I think that also spurred me to think I could make it.
Interesting. Let's come back to the Daystar elections.
Yes.
Do you believe they are fair?
Not fair. I still believe that there is an aspect that needs to be clarified. and until it's clarified, I still maintain that they were not fair.
So, if you were the one who won,
Yes.
would you have raised the same concern?
I actually raised concerns even before we knew who the person was winning and who had not won. In that case, I had not won. I conceded defeat. But even before the whole process was done, we actually raised queries. On that election night at 8 in the evening, just outside the auditorium, we actually said that some things had gone very wrong, and one of my agents was told, "You're making so much noise to us, go and then you'll come when you're silent enough." And that was word coming from commissioners. So if that is word coming from commissioners, at that point, at 8 in the evening, even when voting has not ended, that you're telling my agent that they're making noise because they've raised a query over how you're handling the process, then I have all the reasons to believe that the process was not fair.
That's all we had for this segment of the show. Let's go on a short commercial break and we'll be right back with Felix Maringa for more.
My name is Lorraine Berisian, and I'd like to talk about integrity of leaders in Kenya. According to me, integrity should be the most fundamental core principle in leadership in Kenya. But in Kenya, we have had instances that most of the institutions and structures in the government are not really accountable and transparent in leadership. And we've had a couple of leaders who have been brought on spotlight due to transparency issues and not really integrity. And according to me, the Integrity Center should really come up with strong mechanisms, legal mechanisms to deal with lack of integrity leaders. And with me, I have one friend who would like to talk about integrity leaders.
So integrity, according to me, is when leadership is put into place. I believe you're serving for the people, not being selfish about your leadership. So I believe you should be transparent to us, the guys who you are serving.
When a leader takes an oath in office, he or she takes an oath in office. And when he takes an oath in office, he or she must mandate the congregation that we must take integrity to the people of the society. That's what we can take.
You had several manifestos.
Yes.
Do you feel you can work with the current government to help your manifestos be manifested in the government?
Yes, actually be having a meeting with them on the 12th of this month, which happens to be tomorrow. The main objective for that meeting was that we go, share what we had, put it down on paper, see what they can be able to deliver, see what we can help them deliver, and again, it's for the greater benefit of the Daystar University community.
Why did you decide to go in teams?
Be in a position to consolidate votes, because as an individual there are people I will have never have gotten to, but my deputy had gotten to them. And so by the simple fact that we existed in the same team, then their votes also became my votes. There are some individuals my social welfare person had reached to, I had not gotten to, she got the votes, you see. And so at the end of the day, teamwork helps you consolidate votes. Now that is one. The second thing is teamwork will help you actually now start inducting yourself into office pretty early. Because if you're in a position to work together in the build-up to the election, then even after the election, it's also very easy for you to now work together. And again, you cannot run away from the fact that
music is something that has very many people enjoy and get entertained at various types of moments. Today, we're going to talk about how music has changed society and how it has grown and developed to this point. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Bernard, and this is Reality Check.
The music industry in Kenya has greatly grown and developed. Towards the end of the 1990s, the music in Kenya greatly started to change, where we developed the rhythm and the style of music from the Western culture known as rap. And and this has greatly influenced how Kenyan writers and composers have been writing their music. So during those days, Ogopa DJs, Kapuka, and also Caliph Records, Genge is what people would identify with. That's what the culture and identity of Kenyan music was all about. But towards 2000s and now, what do we see? What kind of music are people producing? What happened to our identity and our culture? And that is what we are about to find out. We talked to two performing artists, and this is what they have to say.
The fact that you've just done a song, Kenyan music, and expect us to just automatically like it because it's Kenyan, then you're lying to yourself. If your music, by the way, you just go to the studio, come up with a beat, and then you're like, hey, I like this song. If to you it's okay, it could be bad to everybody else. And so I won't be loyal to somebody just because you're Kenyan.
We lack originality, we lack creativity, but we have grown, yes, but not so much, because we lack content compared to other countries. We lack a lot of content. Music basically sells in Kenya when we have naked, half-naked women, or we are trying to sell sex or drugs or substance abuse. But music is not for that purpose. It should not be for that purpose. Used correctly, music could really change the entire world.
Oh, sorry, I was dancing because I love listening to music. We talked to others who love listening to music as well, and this is what they had to say.
Well, I don't think the Kenyan musicians have us in mind when they are making their music videos. Some part of it is just fame, because sometimes there's no message in the song. Yeah.
If you observe the music industry, now it's more of a clique thing. We have cliques in music. We don't have the unity to bring the message to the door. And unlike in the old days where Issa was the one who really bring music to the people, and we felt like people could relate with us. But now it's like we are being taken to a new world, a Western way of entertainment, and yet we have not really expounded on our own.
I think the music industry in Kenya has done incredibly well over the last few years. We've gotten way more skilled, much more knowledge, about production, sounds, genres. My only challenge is that as we grow wider in our reach and in our ability to also go as deep as we are getting wide, still get deep in our message and our what it is we're saying. But I think we're doing a great job.
Kenyan music right now is probably at its worst possible state, because all the good music is stuff that you have to look for on your own, while all the horrible music, the stuff that's all just about look at how much money I've got, look at how much alcohol we've drank, look at how much weed we can smoke. That's the stuff that's on the airs. So if you tune into a radio station, chances are you'll get very little good Kenyan music, and then all the other stuff is rubbish, self-praise, dreams of grandeur.
You have heard it for yourself. Where is the culture? Where is the message? Back to you, Bernard, reporting live for Reality Check. I'm Caroline Muche.
Guys, and just in case you're joining us, we are here at Reality Check, the show that brings you your entertainment stories, political stories, and anything that happens in society. I'm your host, Bernard Nyakundi, and with me here we have Kichwata for coming to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Could you please tell us about your I Want Change, the campaign you're doing? What is it about? You can tell the viewers what it's about and what prompted you to start the campaign.
Actually, it was very spontaneous. It started as a song. One day I was just looking at the state of things, state of affairs in the country, socially, politically, and I just decided to write a song about it. And as I was writing the song, I realized it's more than just a song. It needs to be bigger, because the message I'm trying to pass across is relevant to everyone. So I decided to go beyond and do like a campaign. And so I made placards written I Want to Change in I started going around within the city, different places, hotels, schools, yeah, basically everywhere, and just taking photos of people holding the placards in the church. And the idea behind it was to just, you know, advocate for a positive change in the country, telling people that, you know, we need positive change, we need things to be different, we need things to improve. And everyone has been affected in one way or another by some sort of negative outcome in the country. There's so many things that are going wrong, from corruption to cartels, all these things. And yeah, I just thought it would be good if we could all speak in one voice, and that voice was we all want change. Yeah, so that's how it started.
Okay, thank you. So, by the way, speaking of advocacy of various issues, do you think musicians are mandated to pass a certain message to the society?
Yes. I mean, first of all, music is one of the most powerful tools you can use to pass a message across. And music is part of art. Actually, art in general is the most effective way to pass a message across. Be it music, be it you know, drawings, painting, poetry, all those things. People relate to certain things. Music is one of the most powerful things you can do. So, as a musician, of course, my mandate is not just to entertain people, it's not just to, you know, to pass a certain one message across, but also to act as an advocate for the people and make sure that the things I'm telling them are things that are relevant to them and that are things they need to hear. So yeah, I do believe that as musicians in this country, one of the things we ought to do is advocate for things that we feel are necessary. Like for me personally, that is change. Yeah.
Influence how you write your music?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're doing it for the people. So at the end of the day, what the people want matters. So if the people want to hear only genge, you give them that. And that's why, if you notice, most musicians, even the ones who come in with a different sound, always end up conforming to something else. They become mainstream artists because they do music that appeals to the masses.
Do you think Kenya has lost its identity in terms of music through the years?
Definitely not. Things have changed, times have changed, and people are going beyond Kenya. And of course, we don't really have a sound. And I think the issue there is because Kenyans don't support their own. Kenyans don't buy Kenya. They want to buy Tanzanian, they want to buy Nigerian, they want to buy South Africa. They don't want to buy Kenya. So Kenyans are trying to do what Nigerians are doing. They're trying to do what South Africans are doing. They're trying to do, you know, what Tanzanians are doing. And so we don't really have a Kenyan sound. I think it got lost somewhere. And it's unfortunate that that's the state of things right now. And we don't really have an identity in terms of music because we copy so much. As opposed to the fact that it also creates an opportunity for Kenyan artists to be recognized internationally, because now the music resonates with everyone from different places, different continents, and that's also a good thing. But at the end of the day, we don't really have an identity, and that's something that Kenya seems to suffer from a lot. We don't really know how to define ourselves as Kenyans and what really makes us Kenyan. That's musically, it's unfortunate that we don't have.
Is it possible to have a unique style when you're following up with the trends in music that are coming up?
For me, like even going through the journey, there's always that this is the sound you should be doing right now. This is what's appealing to people. This is what the people want. that kapuka, that there's a new style, a new genre called Mumbato. I think it was introduced by Major Lazer. It's become very popular, and that's what everyone is going after. But you see, there are those people who, like for me, for example, I want to stick to what I love, what the mass doesn't want that. So I have to find a way to fuse what I love with what the mass wants, and that's the hardest thing to do as a musician, which is it's a challenge, but yeah, you keep on pushing because you gotta do what you gotta do.
Thank you very much for coming, and it's been awesome having you in the show. Let's join.
Every day, more photos are taken with the iPhone than any other camera.
To most of the youth, saving is something that is for the old people. Most of them would rather spend money buying luxurious things than save. We asked a few of them what they thought about saving and investment, and this is what they had to say.
Sad that the youth don't really save a lot because all their money just goes towards going out, turning up, drinking, and just shopping. Personally, I also don't save because I get it so hard to save because I'm a spendthrift. So whatever little money I get, I just spend it on buying clothes or eating, or buying shoes or something. So it's sad that we, the youth right now, don't really treasure. Is treasure the right one? Anyway, we don't really treasure saving that much because we just live for the moment.
For some students are provided for by their parents, and thus they have the notion that no matter how much I spend, they will cover me for what's lacking. But if it's that you're given an amount and you're told you only have this is supposed to cover you from this day to this day, then you have to budget and then you may try saving. But even then, most people are like, I'll just clear all of it and then next time I'll have extra cash. So there's no need per se to save because rainy days don't really happen that much as a student.
Saving is one of the ways that can help one acquire a lot of wealth. One way to save money is through investment. In this, one is not just letting the money stay idle in a bank, but making money through their good investment. I talked to two experts who will help in shedding some light on ways to make a good investment and how to develop a good saving and investment culture.
Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for giving us your time. So, why do you think the youth in this country don't like saving and they take it as something that is for the older generation?
I think a lot of youth don't like to save because they want to enjoy life, and in order to do that, they need to spend. So every single time they have an event to go to, a place to go and eat, they see it's better to spend that money eating than saving it for the need.
I must confess that we don't have a saving culture, and part of the reason is because we were never taught, right from childhood, by our parents on how to save. Maybe they didn't know better. But what I would like to advise is that it takes a lot of discipline to be able to develop a saving culture. A lot of discipline.
But they have goals. Like if you go around asking people what they want to do and how they get it, like the lifestyle that they want in the future, they tell you they want to become rich. And if they want to become rich, they don't have that aspect of saving. Does it make sense to use the money now and not save or invest and still want to become rich?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the misconception. They think that they can spend all this money and still expect more to come without having to exactly how they're spending it and where they're going to be, where the rest of the money is going to be coming into. So it's wise to to have these kids learn how to save and why it's important to save.
I think that one tool that can help a young person to develop a culture of saving is something that is called a budget. Operating with a budget. A budget determines what your income is and what your expenses are. So the first thing is to determine, take a pen and a paper and determine what is my income. And it doesn't matter how much it is that you earn. It could be 100 shillings, could be 1,000 shillings. It doesn't matter how much you earn. You can save something.
Tom, about saving, I should really encourage people to save, but it needs discipline, it needs determination for you actually to achieve the amount of money you want to save. But if you're a lazy person, it can work with you. Saving will just fail. All I can encourage is for you guys to save for the future purposes.
It's good to be a savior. Why don't I save? I do save.
I think youths don't save money because they like spending. They want to get the latest things. They want to get, like me personally, I'd want to get the latest trend, the latest fashion, and so I wouldn't get that time to even think of saving money.
As I said, these youth don't know these things. They don't think about the future. They do think about the future in the sense that they want to be rich, they want to be serious, but they don't think about how they get there. So they don't think about saving is important.
So that means we need someone to come in and have an invitation on where they tell you what you're supposed to do in order to save, how you can save, and ways to go around making money and saving it.
Absolutely, I think there should be programs instilled in universities and high school, even in primary school, how to save and why it's important to save.
So as a young person, this is the best opportunity that you have to save as much as you can. I would advise that at this age, you can be able to put aside a big proportion of your income to saving because the needs are not as much. So you determine the proportion that you're going to save before you spend, so that it is also an item that ought to be considered. And then you come to expenses. Again, when it comes to expenses, you have to be very prudent, very, very prudent, because expenses can be flexible. For example, as a young person, you can determine that I am going to live in a 2-bedroom house, or I am going to live in a 1-bedroom house. Okay? A 2-bedroom house will be more expensive. You pay more rent than living in a 1-bedroom house. You also determine the neighborhood. You can determine that I'm going to live in one of the affluent neighborhoods in the city, or I can live in a middle, safe locality in the city. So it depends on how you regulate your expenses. The more prudent you are, the more you can also set aside some money into saving.
That's all we had for this season of Reality Check. I was your host, Bernard Nyakundi. Tune in for the next season where we'll have different topics and a more exciting show for you.